Welcome back to FredTalk. I'm your host, Freddie Valoy. Today's episode, we're going to be covering Jordan Peterson's comments on the plus-size model on the Sports Illustrated magazine. But before we get to that, guys, remember to sign up to my Patreon for extra content and to support my mission. You'd really be helping out. We have 9 members now. I'd like to get to 20 by the end of June. You can go to my Instagram bio and click the link, and it'll take you to the sign-up sheet. $5 a month gets you 2 extra pieces of content a month. Breaking down Ted Kaczynski's manifesto. I have my stand, my set from the Stand NYC up there when I did my little NYC comedy tour. So go ahead, go out there and check it out. $5 a month, one less Starbucks a month, and you can help support my mission. And this episode is brought to you by the guys at ownthechaos.com. Ownthechaos.com. Hit them up to sign up for their stock watch list. This is where they send you an email where you can get the 5 stocks to watch that day. Right? Very useful email. If you're trying to get your money up, I would definitely check them out. They do streams every week. Just a great place to learn about the market and trading habits and things like that. Ownthechaos.com. Okay, guys, today's episode, we're covering this Jordan Peterson thing. If you don't know who Jordan Peterson is, guys, he is a clinical psychologist and a teacher out of Canada, right? He was initially brought into the news and all that when he went against the Canadian government's law that they wanted to pass, where you can get in trouble for using the wrong pronouns for transgender people. He was like, I ain't having that. I ain't having the government tell me what I could say, right? He's like, I ain't fucking with that, which I agree with. I don't want the government telling me what I could say. He said on an individual level that he would, be respectful and do the pronoun thing, but he didn't want the government being able to punish people, which would be wild, bro. Imagine you getting a $50 ticket because you said he instead of her or they or Zim or Z. Wild, bro. But what if you could use that money to fund like transgender programs and stuff like that? So maybe getting tickets for that might be good just to support the cause. But would you want the government as the middleman with that money? I don't know. So many questions to be answered here. So he said he didn't want the government there. So naturally it gets politicized. The right adopts him. The left also pushes him that way. He just said he didn't want the government getting into the middle of his speech and his language. Since then, he's written a book that's helped a bunch of people, including myself, get out of very dark places and helped them to find purpose in life, right? A lot of people on the left don't like Jordan Peterson, and it's mainly because you're on a team. They tell you, hey, this is the bad guy. This is the AOC for us, right? The right, you talk about Nancy Pelosi, AOC, the squad. The right is just like, oh, fuck them. They see them and they just start hating. This is the left's version of that. Jordan Peterson, because of, he tells you to take accountability for yourself and shit like that. A lot of the Jordan Peterson haters I've asked, what did he say? And they've never given me an answer. So I've read his book, 12 Rules for Life, The Antidote to Chaos, when I was in a very dark place. And it helped, absolutely helped. He actually gave me more respect for the Bible reading that thing, which I never fucking thought would happen. It definitely helped me orient myself in the world, as he says, which is awesome. And I love that. But this dude fucked up on this last thing, bro. This is what I want. Bring me some shit where I'm like, yo, you're wilding. This is not like, you didn't have to do this. This was not psychology, philosophy. This is not biblical. This is Sports Illustrated just doing their thing, right? They put a plus size model on there and he didn't like it. Why are we worried about this so much? With this and the transgender thing, like if they're only less than 1%, like with the transgender thing, if they're only less than 1% of the population, why are they taking up 95% of the real estate in your head for free? Why are we talking about this for so long? I just feel like this conversation has been going on for years about the bathrooms and then this and that. Bro, stop trying to control people's lives. Who if you don't like that somebody wants to be another pronoun, then you don't have to associate with them. You don't got to be mean to them. You just get away. But the fact that this is a constant point of conversation is wild. And yes, they are putting fat girls in Supermodel and Victoria's Secret and shit like that. Who gives a fuck, bro? Were you that obsessed with Victoria's Secret? Are the tits on Instagram not enough for you? You can't let the plus size models try to get this bread too? Like, and it's not like they're removing conventionally attractive people. They're just adding some different shit. And you're like, I have to like 100% of the models or else I don't like this company. Like, what kind of energy is that? So Jordan Peterson shits on Yumi Nu. I'm going to go into, boom, here's the picture. Bro, she a baddie. She big and she bad, bro. Yumi Nu. This is the segment of the show where we objectify a woman. Yumi Nu could get it. She is, so that was her picture, and then here's his tweet. Sorry, not beautiful, and no amount of authoritarian tolerance is going to change that. What? My nigga, what you saying, bro? Like, sorry, authoritarian thing. That thing throws me off right there, bro. Like, what do you mean authoritarian? This has nothing to do with the government, bro. Sports Illustrated is just, this is the new direction. People want to see more realistic versions of themselves. Like, are you mad you can't jerk off or something? Is that what am I missing here with people that feel emotion towards seeing a plus size model on the cover of a modeling thing? What is it? And when was the last time you read a Sports Illustrated? Right, it was probably in your parents' bathroom when you were whacking off. Right, is that what it is? You built emotion. You had some really good times, and Sports Illustrated with Cindy Crawford back in the '90s. In those days, you got some good ones off, and now you have an emotional attachment. Well, buddy, by adding plus size models, now the range of men that can get the splooge off, if anybody's still masturbating to Sports Illustrated. Whoever is masturbating to Sports Illustrated now is a fucking saint. So ladies, if you find a guy, ask him if he masturbates to Sports Illustrated. And if he says yes, marry him, because that's a good one. And then ask him if he knows what xnxx.com is. And if he says no to that, marry him. Just marry him right then and there. You propose to him, okay? Because nobody's jerking off to Sports Illustrated right now. Everybody is on the dark corners of the internet, right? So, buddy, is that why you guys are upset about this? Let's go back to the picture. Yumi Nu is half Japanese and half Dutch. I mean, let's talk about that. Half Japanese, half Dutch. That means you have the Japanese, which is a top 3 coolest culture in the world. Why? Oh, Freddie, why is it here? All right, the food, the philosophy, right? The way they recovered from World War II, bro. They got nuked twice and then came back to be one of today's like biggest powerhouses in electronics and manufacturing, cars, art itself, like with anime and shit like that. And now they're at the point where they're taking American culture and they're just making it better, bro. Steaks, right? America was known for steaks, right? Now they got Wagyu beef, Kobe beef, boom, right? They already got sushi. They're doing crazy things with burgers that we ain't even, they're remixing all our shit and making it better. They're the P. Diddy of countries right now. This is the remix, motherfucker. That's Japan. Top 3 coolest cultures in the world, right? And now on the other side, we got the Netherlands. We got the Dutch. Top 3 uncoolest cultures in the world. Goofy motherfuckers, bro. Too tall. Let's start there. Too tall. I understand on Tinder, everybody wants someone 6 feet or taller. Go move over there and see how you feel. I'll bet you feel weirded out. That's too many tall people enclosed in one space. That's uncomfortable for a lot of people. That's not, here's what the Dutch should do is they should spread out the tall people across the world so we can get some more tall genes around other parts of the world, right? For Short King Summer, there should be a tall exchange program where tall people travel across and they mate with other short people so that we can make less short people. So that way we can extinct short people. But I guess there'll always be a short person because it'd be more like a bell curve. Then we'd never be tall enough. That might actually start a war against short and tall people. My bad, guys. Let me just go back to telling you why the Dutch is uncool. Clogs. The motherfuckers wear clogs. And I know Crocs are kind of like, I think that's the final version. Let's just say clogs are the first draft, Crocs are the last draft. This being published, is being put out. Another uncool thing about the Dutch is that they started the slave trade. Not cool, bro. That was like super not chill of the Dutch to start the slave trade. I think that's why they act as goofy as they do. They're trying to throw the scent off, bro. They're trying to be, look, listen to my accent. Oh my gosh, I'm always so smiling. This is so nice. Look at my clogs. I'm wearing a lot of orange. Like, I see what you guys are doing, but I get it. You're making it up. These are your reparations. Clogs and a bicycle efficient city maybe is your way to reparate for starting the slave trade. So that is why the Dutch are the top 3 uncoolest. Now, Yumi Nu is Japanese and Dutch, and you put those two together, what you get? Yep. You get a yin-yang, motherfucker. That's a balance. That creates something. That would create something that, something new. This is, Yumi Nu is the iPhone 13 Max because she's plus size, right? She's out here. She's doing it. She's doing her thing. I got me an iPhone 13 Max. Shit is great. And you are too, Yumi Nu. You keep doing you. Don't worry about Jordan Peterson's hating ass. Jordan Peterson, put some cold water on your face, buddy. Go take a breather. Now, the bars that he spit in his book are still valid, right? The guy got drunk on his own farts right now, right? He got drunk on his own thing when he just threw that authoritarian word out way too loosely, and he fucked up. I personally don't hate him for it. I'm not a part of one of these political parties that just hate people or whatever. I can be indifferent, but I can recognize that if you're in a dark time and you're looking for purpose, check out Jordan Peterson's book, 12 Rules for Life, The Antidote to Chaos. I did not think I'd be promoting his book on this. I wanted to shit on him, and I'm pretty sure I did. But we all fuck up, right? We all fuck up. That's why I'm not going to hold this against Jordan Peterson. He just has whack ass range when it comes to his taste. That's it. We all get seduced by evil, guys. Japan, who I just talked about, being top 3 coolest cultures, they were once the ops, right? During World War II, they sided with Hitler. Right? And who hasn't, when you think about your life, who hasn't dove into the axis of evil sometime, right? When you're having sex with a girl and she's telling you, fill me up, daddy, and you do it. Why? Because you're a gentleman. You do it because you don't really plan for the future. And in this moment, that's okay because she said, fill me up, daddy, while you were hitting it raw. You had a pregnancy scare. It ended up being false. But you changed your ways a little bit, right? You change. You're like, you know what? I'm going to use a condom or I'm going to pull out and, do it on the sheets or something like that. You change your ways. Every now and then we take a little dive into the axis of evil and then we come back to being allies, the good guys, right? So shout out to Japan. Maybe to the Dutch. Shout out to Yumi Nu. Jordan Peterson, get some sleep, bro. Also, another thing, last thing, and I'll let you guys go. Jordan Peterson's like 160 pounds. No man under 175 pounds. Really under 200, but I'm feeling good today. But normally I would say 200. You cannot speak on a big woman's weight. I don't give a shit, dog. You cannot. You're worried about the wrong weight. You're just jealous is what it is. You're jealous that per capita a woman can outdo you. She could fucking hold you down and she could body slam you like Hulk Hogan. That's what you're afraid of. So just get your weight up and I guarantee you'd stop worrying about this Sports Illustrated swim issue. Guys, that's it for Fred Talk. Sign up to my Patreon by hitting up my Instagram bio or going to patreon.com/FreddyValoy. Keep sharing my stuff and thanks for listening. Bye.